corruption. How do you assess the government's handling of corruption? 41% say that the handling of corruption has been good. 8% say that the handling of corruption has been average. 45% say that the handling of corruption has been bad. And 6% say no response. Shekhar, 45% say that the government has not handled the issue of corruption well. Is this something which is really problematic? Because even in Karnataka, the narrative of the Congress at one level was that, look, corruption is an issue. That's something which voters in Karnataka obviously bought. So 45% say that the government's handling of corruption is bad. Is that deeply problematic for you?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, Karnataka election was lost essentially, for this particular reason, the perception that the local government, the local ministers, the local legislators were steeped in, this kind of activity, and it cost BJP heavily. I have always been, holding the view that when it comes to corruption, the BJP has to show more than other parties. Because even though many people may not think it's a party with a difference, but corruption was always BJP's USP. In saying that, look, we are different from the Congress because we don't do this. And still, Prime Minister, at the level of the Prime Minister, it is still not sticking that, the Prime Minister can be corrupt. That's why last time, Chaukidar Chor fell flat because people did not accept it. People did not believe it. Even today, they may not believe it. But what they get to see is in terms of systemic, a fight against corruption. Things have not changed. Still you have to pay a bribe for your license, for your getting things done, for registration of your flat, for electricity connection. Because this is what the complaint I constantly
But you know what,
heard in
Shekhar, and I
Karnataka.
think it's important that we point this out to our viewers as well. While we are talking about corruption, and those numbers are large, significant, 45% say bad, when we pose this question differently, and that's something that we are going to do tomorrow, in placing corruption as one among many issues, then as you will see tomorrow, corruption as a percentage is actually very low. It's less, it's well lower, I can tell you now, than 10%. So approximately 5% we can tell you, and we'll be discussing that at length tomorrow. Felt that corruption was
to put it differently,
serious issue. Yeah.
To put it differently, when we ask this question, what is the issue on which you are likely to vote in the next election, then corruption is not a big
lower.
issue. Yeah, much lower, much lower. Yeah.
Right. Okay, but a related issue when it comes to corruption, how do you assess the role of the CBI ED in the news for just about anything? Political vendetta comes to the top of mind for many. 32% said that the ED and the CBI are tools for political vendetta. That's a significant percentage. 37%, however, did say that it was lawful, that there was nothing wrong in the way it was being used. A very significant 31% had no response. So there was no opinion over here.